Alright, y'all, what's up? Welcome back to another YouTube video. I know I haven't uploaded in like 3 months, but we back, and the the second to last episode of the My Hero season 5 dropped. We're on My Villain Academia. I'm gonna get my thoughts about the season in a second, but for right now, I'm gonna just tell y'all what we drawing. We drawing Shigiraki. This was teased at like the beginning of that Endeavor arc agency, and they kind of just showed him like laughing in this smoke or whatever. I showed a little clip of it in the beginning, but most recently the episode where this devastating shit happened dropped today. So I'm recording this on Saturday. I drew this back in the beginning of the Endeavor agency arc, so it's been a minute since I had this in my archives, but now I'm uploading it. I feel like this is the perfect time to upload this video, since, you know, everybody has seen what Shigiraki has done and shit like that, so it's not a surprise to nobody. But I'm gonna get my thoughts on the season, but I'm gonna talk about this drawing for a second. So like I said, I drew this back in the beginning of Endeavor agency, which was over the summer, right? Yeah, it was over the summer, like the beginning of the summer. And at this point I had developed a new style. So as you can see, I did my sketch layer first, then I'll get into like the line art and the coloring. But I did this thing that I learned from studying Horikoshi himself. I didn't like study him, but I like was looking at the way he draws, and typically he colors the line work to match the lines or the base color of whatever's behind it. So for the skin, you can see it's like that pale khaki. I drew orange over it and stuff like that, so you'll see that type of stuff once I get into the coloring stage. But this was a really fun drawing. Shigaraki's face was really expressive, with his mouth wide open laughing, his hair flaying like in the background and stuff like that. So this is a really fun drawing to do. My Villain Academia is, well, it was my favorite arc up until well, it was competing for my favorite arc when it came out, but up until that point my favorite arc was the Stain arc. But most recently that's changed. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but the most recent arc with Deku running the streets, if you're, first of all, spoiler alert ahead, okay, I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but the most recent arc in My Hero has become my favorite. Just the way it went full circle with everything was amazing. So that has become my favorite. But at this point of this drawing, My Villain Academia was competing for my favorite arc, and so I just had to draw something like this. This arc was like so beautiful in the manga. And you know, I had to give Shigiraki that little stud, you know what I'm saying? It was just so nice seeing this villain who was so childish up until this point just grow into like this Don, so mature, you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people, I mean, like, obviously I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with anything, honestly, that Shigiraki is about. Like, this nigga is sick, he will never know peace. But it's just so satisfying to see like a villain whose motives were so like regular schmegular become just like, he really flipped his own motives on his head. Like, at first it was childish, but like now it's like got so much purpose behind it, and you can understand why he got to this way. Again, this nigga needs to die, he will never know peace. But it will be much more satisfying now when he does get defeated, because his motive, he felt better about his motive, you know. I don't like seeing villains get smacked off and then over some like something lame, you know what I'm saying, that could have been easily resolved with a conversation. Shigiraki, you can't talk to this man no more. It's over. If somebody wanted to talk to him, it should have been while he was a kid. But now this nigga's like 22. He's got his mind made up. He's done for. So yeah, he needs to go. But um, I'm glad that that's the case now, because now when he does get defeated, I can be like, damn, he had a good run. You know what I'm saying? So with that out the way, let's talk about My Villain Academia. Okay, look, in the anime that is. Okay, look. So obviously spoilers if you haven't seen all of My Villain Academia, but um, let's just talk about it real quick. So the first thing they did was swap the places. So if you don't know, Endeavor Agency comes after My Villain Academia. So realistically, My Villain Academia should have came first, and then Endeavor Agency. But they switched it in the anime. So at first when that happened, I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're just doing this because they want the season to end on a much like extravagant note, because this arc is very high octane, like crazy, like it's very crazy, and it got like a good reception from Eastern and Western audiences, from what I remember when this was drawn in the manga. So I'm assuming they wanted it to end on that note, but as the season went on, they were doing a lot of padding in Endeavor Agency. Stuff just wasn't looking right. And they didn't leave any information out in Endeavor Agency. They really went the full mile with like all the dialogue and stuff like that. But when My Villain Academia came around, they left out the racist people. I can't remember their names, but they were the group that Shigiraki and them first pulled up on in that house and killed, basically. And they were like this racist group. It kind of, when they took that out, it kind of diminished the humanity that the League of Villains had. You know what I'm saying? Because like they have somebody that is a mutation. They have Spinner on their team. And speaking of Spinner, they completely dropped the ball on Spinner. Like, Spinner was supposed to basically be narrated throughout the whole Villain Academia arc, and they reduced this man to like the same character he's been. Like in the manga, his characterization is way more drastic than what they did in the anime, and that just really sucks. Like, they left out a bunch of stuff. They did really well on the Shigiraki origin episode. Like, they did really good, but they left out so many things, so many little details, and I don't know, like, I don't know how much of a big deal it is for Horikoshi, but like, if that was my story, like, I would feel offended, because Horikoshi is really known for his subtleties and the little things that he puts in his story, because they always come back around. And so just losing that like characterization of Spinner was really hurtful. So I mean, that's pretty much my overall. It was an okay season, but like at the end of the day, I'ma always recommend the manga, because the manga just goes so hard in comparison. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But here is the drawing of Shigiraki. This is one of my favorite drawings of Shigiraki. As you know, I've already drawn Shigiraki on this channel before, but this is my favorite right now. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry I've been gone for so long. I'm hopefully thinking of uploading more. Please stay tuned. I'm active on TikTok. I'm active on Instagram, same as my YouTube name, so go follow me on there. And I know it's been a long time, but I'm about to jump out this window.